Before we get started with this video here today, I want to give you all a huge shout out for stopping on by. Thank you so much. Also, a special thanks to everybody who sent us fan mail. The level of support is highly appreciated. And a huge thanks to everybody who helped with this wall by sending bricks and minifigures. Also helped with the construction and the idea and concept of creating the Brixie wall. Today we are going to be taking the Brixie wall apart because we have some huge plans for this section of the Lego room. However, with that said, the minifigures are still going to be present in the Lego room. The bricks are going to be used for other projects. We've got some exciting ones, and we're going to be using these in a very creative and unique way that's similar to what they are right now. Also, the Brixie name plaque here that you see outlined in white and black is going to be used in the Lego room as well. So the Brixie wall is still going to be present. It's just going to be more scattered throughout the Lego room, and we're still going to utilize all of these parts in awesome, creative, and unique ways. And once again, a big shout out to everybody who had participated in creating this amazing room centerpiece for our Lego room. It is highly appreciated, but today, unfortunately, we are going to be taking it down, but it's only going to be better as we move forward. So let's get started with today's video. Hello everybody, welcome back to the second update for our new Lego room construction. Jordan here. Wow, this place is sort of a disaster, but we're actually making some massive progress with the new changes that are going to be taking place here in April of 2022. Pretty exciting stuff, eh? It's looking good so far. So just the other day, if you're just stopping by for the first time in this new ongoing series, we deconstructed the entire Lego city. You can see all of our modular buildings right here. And then our amusement park is pretty much intact. And then we have all of our residential buildings over here, along with some other stuff like the factory, the farm, the train garage, some of the other residential buildings such as the Simpsons house, the burrow, and we've taken down all of these tables over here, relocated Ninjago, removed a whole bunch of tables along here, and opened up all of this space for the new changes. All of the shelving for now, got to be careful where I step there, all of the shelving for now is still intact, but we are going to be working on moving those in the near future. So these sig figs were sent to us by fans of the channel from around the community. Thank you so much for your contributions to the sig fig wall. Hey, I like that one. That's Debs, it's the Oilers. Right on, let's go Oilers. Some pretty cool sig figs here. All of these sig figs will be moved to another wall, and I'm going to show you that wall here in one moment. There's some really cool figures here from all over the place, and from different CMF series and video games and everything like that. So we're going to relocate all of those minifigures to the wall. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do that today in this video because, well, I can't access this awesome wall over here with all of these cool minifigures. But a lot of them are going to go on this wall here, and you're actually going to be able to see them a lot better because it's a gray wall versus a very colorful wall, and also it's right in our main studio. They're going to be right by the YouTube play button, the Brixie mantle, the Lego logo, and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Also, we have to strategically do it because a lot of them will belong up here, but also some of them will belong in the Lego city. So a lot of those minifigures are going to be walking around the Lego city when we get that back up and operational, and a lot of them are going to go on this wall here. So our plan today is to prepare for shelf movement. Obviously, in order to move the shelves for our new layout, we have to take care of some things. We've got to take down all of this art, like Darth Maul, Kylo Ren, Darth Vader, Darth Vader number 2, Palpatine done by Tanjam, Hulkbuster, Brixie's Ultimate Iron Man. Thanks, Brixie. And then the other Iron Man as well. Then we've got the Hogwarts crest, Lightning McQueen, and Mickey and Minnie. So all of these art pieces have to come down. In addition to that, as we discussed earlier, we have to take down the Brixie wall. Why don't I want to leave the Brixie wall up? That's because shelving is going to go here, and I don't want to cover up the Brixie wall. Now, there is something very special that's behind the Brixie wall, and you're going to see that in this video, but that is going to stay there. But we have to extract all of these bricks and also the Brixie name plaque so that it can be relocated in the Lego room. So let's get started with this huge project. All right, everybody, so here goes nothing. Let's take out some of these screws. Exciting times, but emotional times, you know. This wall means a lot to me, to tell you the truth. But I just think that by removing it, we're going to be able to put some super snazzy shelving here and display some epic Lego sets. But wait till you see what we have planned with all of the pieces. We're going to be doing something pretty cool. So we got one more piece right here for the top section. I just want to film this in case something drastic happens. Oh, you can see it came pretty loose once that came off. But yeah, I mean, I think that we have a pretty cool concept that we're going to be doing with these bricks. I may as well tell you. We're going to make colorful bricks like this on the sides of cabinets. The cabinets, especially the PAX ones, they're 23 inches deep. And when we set up our new shelving, there's going to be, oh, that's the sound of brick. There's going to be some big open white spots on the sides of these cabinets. So I think having colorful bricks on the sides of the cabinets will be better than just a white thing. I love how I'm having a casual conversation with you right now. Pretty funny, hey? I told you though, it won't even take an hour to take down. It's super easy. The wall has all of these minifig stands coming off of it. They're actually 2x4 bricks sticking outward. And I think that was actually a design flaw. So if we, I mean, so taking it down isn't the end of the world. If we ever wanted to rebuild it, like for example, if this idea doesn't work, we could rebuild it. Honestly, one of the reasons it took so long to create in the first place was because of those bricks. Because when building the wall, I wanted to make sure that all the bricks were interlocking. And obviously when you have some different sized bricks and bricks coming out, it makes it harder to, you know, get that concept of everything being interlocked. It took a lot longer than it should have. So if we were to rebuild it, I wouldn't be putting minifigures on the wall because the minifigures sort of blended in. You couldn't really see it. So I would like to get rid of all of these bricks that are protruding off the wall because they just don't need to be there. So it sort of looks silly, right? And I don't think it needed to be done. So taking a negative and turning it into a positive, if it is a negative that we're taking this down, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. What we'll be able to do when we rebuild it is get rid of all of those things, right? And make it more functional anyway. So I don't think it's the end of the world. Would I be willing to rebuild it? Well, I built it once, and I'll tell you what, if I have to, I would build it again. Now this is where I have to be careful because the name plaque is here. I'd probably leave this row of screws in here, and then from there, hand remove everything that's on top of the Brixie side. So let's do that. So there we go. The Brixie sign is pretty much extracted and ready for removal. Now another thing that we did, or I did when I built this wall, is I tried to make it exact size. So it fit down in the bottom, but actually turns out our wall was coming a slight angle upward. So I was sanding bricks and making it a perfect fit here. I can see that these bricks have actually damaged the wall and it was stuck in there perfectly. So if we ever rebuild this, I would want to make it one stud smaller so there's a little bit of gap on either side because I don't think that's good for your house if it shifts a little bit. So yeah, that's not good. But let's try and extract the Brixie sign. How are we gonna do that? It's like one big chunk, right? So it should, in theory, just pop off. Like I said, folks, like I said. La da 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 da. Pretty easy, it's one big module, but There we go. Woohoo! Okay, I said 1 hour. It didn't take 1 hour. That took like 15 minutes. Okay, that was nothing. I pretty much filmed that in real time. Hey, look at that. Brixie right there. 85,440 subs when we started the construction of this wall. Pretty cool. Hey, look at all the names on there though. Thank you everybody. Look at that. That's so cool. It's like a time capsule. Oh, it's so cool. Hey, look, there's Mrs. Brixie. What's she doing on there? So many awesome names. Of course, we'll have a detailed look at that, but let's get the rest of these bricks removed off the wall. All right, here's the last screw. It's out. Whoa! Timber! Isn't that cool? Jousting. Whoa! Okay, let's get this down. Whoa, easy there, Tiger, easy. There we go. Well, now we've got to do a bunch of parting out. But as I was saying, the plywood will stay. Let's take a look at all the names. Okay, so now that the wall is taken down, that was super quick. It's time to part out all of these bricks here. That is a large panel. But yeah, we're gonna part it out. We're gonna sort it by part type. That's 2x6, 2x2, 2x4, 2x3, whatever it may be. And I guess we'll part it out and get them ready for their next home and their next project. Woohoo! Look at all those bricks. Holy cow. That's all 2x4, 2x2, 2x3, 2x6 and larger, and then all the miscellaneous ones, including a bunch of 1x bricks. Crazy, hey? So now that that's taken care of, the next thing that we have to do is take all the art off the wall. Speaking of which, check it out. Look how easy this is. We use the command strips to hang art. Let's go with Vader over here. He's my pal. This one right over here, Jose. Not the big Vader. He's not hung using command strips. Come on. He's on there with drywall anchors. The force is strong with him. Look at this. All right, it might take a plate with it, but boom, there you go. It's held on with like Velcro, right? And these are the heavy duty command strips. And then what you do to peel it off the back of your Lego is you just yank this down and that's gonna come off. And then to take it off the wall, you just pull this down and it should come off the wall. It's gonna elastic just like that there, and it's spotless. So that's pretty sweet, right? We hang all of our art essentially like this, like all of the smaller ones. But the bigger ones, like this one here, are obviously heavier, so we don't trust commands with those. These ones we use drywall anchors, actually 3 of them, for the vertical ones. Sorry, for the horizontal ones. And then these are all with, once again, commands. They'll take the Lego piece with them, but you just peel them all off. They leave the wall spotless. And then even Mickey and Minnie is actually hung with commands, but rather than using 2, we used 4. And they're the heavy duty command strips. But yeah, everything else is just comes off fairly easily. Obviously, we're gonna have some holes in our walls, but when we make the changes, these are gonna be hidden by Billy shelves, right? Oops. Yeah, even this one here is the lightweight ones. So we're gonna go ahead and remove all this art. Let's do that. So now that we're done removing all of these tables and moving the city, taking down all the art, taking down the Brixie wall, I'm somewhat emotional about it. But you know what? I think these changes are gonna be awesome. And now we're ready to start the next phase. Sort of emotional taking down that Brixie wall, hey? But at least the plywood is still there. All the components are still here, and we'll be able to do something really cool with them. There's a lot of holes in my wall. Not too happy about that. Not at all. I might be hanging all of the art using those command strips when we rehang it. Bigger ones will just get like 6 command strips. I'm sure it'll be fine. Why wouldn't it? I'm sure it would be fine. So maybe that's what we'll have to do. But yeah, what else do we have to do down here before we start moving shelving? We got to sweep and mop and vacuum. So I'm not going to do that on video. I'll do that on my own. Sweep, mop, vacuum, get all that done, get this all cleaned up, then we can start moving Lego. One Billy at a time. It's going to be a pretty big process, and we will make another vlog on that process as well in the 3rd update for the Lego room construction rebuild. Lego room rebuild? Yeah, that's it. Everybody, we hope you enjoyed this video as we took down the Brixie wall and the art in preparation for the big changes. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. And thank you so much for popping on by. Farewell!